Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn. I am the owner of the business Nocturnal Witchcraft. My cat's being a turd. I have a little bit of a different setup today. I taped this to the wall. I was gonna pin it, but I don't think my mother would approve of that. Right here I have all of the decks that I'm using. I will also link I guess I could link them down below. But it's the Tarot of the Divine deck, the Green Witches Oracle deck, the Woodland Wardens Oracle deck, the Tarot of the Witches deck, and the Moonology Oracle deck. Gonna be doing a pick-a-pile. I've been wanting to do one of these for a while now. And so we're going to do 3 piles today, and these are just going to be like general messages. So pile 1, we're going to do 111, pile 2, 222, pile 3, 333. Okay? So pause the video, see which one sticks out to you the most, or maybe you've been seeing one of those numbers the most, and I will see you in your reading. So I'm shuffling all of the cards here for you, pile 1. Take a deep breath in and out. I'm going to start. I want to start with my new Oracle deck, the Woodland Wardens Oracle deck. I also pre-ordered the tarot deck for it, but that's not coming until like October. So starting off with this one, let's see. Okay, Spirit, for pile 1 is collective here. What is going on? The Wolf and Rose Hip, guardianship. I hope y'all can see that. At the bottom of the deck, the Beaver and Birch, home. What's underneath of that? The Crow and Dogwood, intelligence. I love the artwork on these. They're so pretty. Okay. So let me get the book out and let's look at the Wolf and Rose Hip. I don't really know Roman numerals. So I kind of have to find them. Here we go. The Wolf and Rose Hip, guardianship. The wolf travels in a pack, protecting its family and community. Like the hound, the wolf signifies loyalty and commitment. Relatedly, the rose hip is a source of food, but also a symbol of love, as it is the berry produced by the rose plant. Its combined associations with nourishment and affection make it an emblem of familial love and care. Upright, you are being called to be a mentor. Who among your pack might need your counsel? Taking a leadership role in community activism is another way to lead like a wolf. Whom can I mentor? How can I be a leader in my community? And whom do I turn to for help? Okay. So let's, okay. Right off the bat, I just thought of like a Leo, because Leos and Aries are often associated with kind of leadership kind of roles. Maybe you have Leo and or Aries in your chart, or you might be a Leo and or Aries. So let's look at the Beaver and the Birch. Home. The beaver works hard to build the lodge where it raises its young. Using twigs, grasses, rocks, and mud, it constructs a safe environment for its family, as well as a natural habitat for migrating birds. Birch trees symbolize new beginnings, and they seldom grow alone. In medieval Europe, they were used as maypoles in pagan celebrations of midsummer. Because of because their wood was thought to protect the young and ward off evil spirits, it was often used to build cradles. Upright, now it is time to focus on nesting, homesteading, and settling down. Decorate and tend to your environment in a way that supports a feeling of home. What do I appreciate about my home? Is my home a place or a feeling? Those really do tie in together there. I feel like there's this theme of just building a safe community. Maybe that is within your home. Maybe that's with your friends. I don't know if you saw the cat hair flying off. But let's look at the crow and dogwood. It may have passed. Oh, nope, there it is. The crow and dogwood. Intelligence. The crow is an incredibly intelligent bird associated with the power of foresight and the ability to use tools. Today, it's often used to signify darkness or foreboding, but modern depictions rarely do the crow justice. According to Norse folklore, the crow is a powerfully positive symbol meant to remind us of our skills and resources. It says you are capable of solving any problem like the crow. You are capable of solving any problem. Like the crow, the dogwood has a somewhat confused public image. Its beautiful light-colored petals convey gentleness and whimsy. Few know that its hard bark and strong frame make it an uncommonly durable tree, able to withstand even the harshest weather. Upright, you have the tools to fulfill your goals and solve any problem that stands in your way. You need only look inward to find wisdom and strength. What am I knowledgeable about? And what are my creative or professional goals, and how can I accomplish them? So pile one, I feel like you are being called to be some type of a mentor, to be some type of a leader. What are you doing? You're standing on my computer. You're standing on my computer. You're standing on my computer. Thank you. You're being called to be a leader, a mentor, a guide of some sort. And you have the experience, you have the intelligence, you have the knowledge and the wisdom to do it. And I also feel like some of you might be doubting your abilities. Dude, come on now. Let me do my reading. But you have the abilities to do so. So let's go a little bit deeper and go into the Green Witch's Oracle deck and see what else that this entails. Okay. You just keep knocking down the same card. Soil, stability, and simplicity. The bottom of the deck. Trunk, stability, loyalty, and reliability. Underneath of that, fruit, achievement, and success. Yeah, you're doubting yourself here. Maybe some of you might be looking into careers of being a therapist or a counselor or some type of, or maybe like a guidance counselor of some sort. just a mentor. I'm also hearing like a sort of like a spiritual leader or a spiritual mentor. Like you're wanting to create your own business where you like help people, you lead them, not in like a cult kind of way, but more so like I'm here if you need me. Not like, come follow me, I'll lead you to salvation. It's more of you can always come to me if you need help. You can always come to me if you don't understand something, or if you need guidance or support or encouragement. And I am going to move these because you keep walking around me, sir. Okay. You also, stability comes up twice here. Oh, really? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You also, you are stable enough. You're stable enough in your life. You are stable enough in your mental and emotional space. And I wonder if that's also part of what you're scared about. You're scared that you are not in a place where we don't do play biting. No, not right now. Not right now. This cat is crazy. But you may also like be worrying that you're just not in a stable enough place to be able to do that. And it's like you've been preparing. Oh my God, potato, stop. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you are in the right space. It is now time for you to be that leader, to be that mentor, to be that guide, to provide that stability, to provide that safety and security for other people. So let's go ahead and see. Let's get into the tarot here. Let's just see. How many cards do I want to pull out here? I'm going to put them down here. Okay. Okay. All right. So we have Justice. Come on. We have the Seven of Coins reversed. We have the Knight of Coins. The Queen of Coins. The Five of Wands reversed. I don't know if it's in frame. The Eight of Swords reversed. The Nine of Cups reversed. And the Knight of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups reversed, and underneath of it is the Three of Coins. Let me split the deck. The Two of Wands reversed. Okay. So this was actually kind of popping up into my head before. So with the Justice card paired with the Seven of Coins reversed, the reason you are being called to be of some sort of guidance and be a mentor of some sorts for others is because no one helped you in the past. And if someone did, it was very short-lived. Because I feel like for some of you, it's like I had to figure it out on my own. And for others of you, it was like there was this brief moment in time where I had this really good mentor who helped me, and I want to share that knowledge. It inspired me to kind of want to do the same thing. And you experienced a lack, quite a few shortcomings here. Yeah, quite a few shortcomings here. And you're receiving justice for that. But the thing is that you're giving yourself the justice by being that person, or being the person that you never had. And with the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Coins, and the Queen of Coins, we're seeing some type of material, some type of financial reward. I want to say abundance coming from this. Even if that's not your main goal with this, you are going to receive some type of financial reward for it. And the Knight of Coins, he's the slowest moving knight in the deck, but he's very methodical. He plans out very well. You know, he plans for everything. Even if things don't go to plan, he has a backup plan, right? And so I feel like this is symbolizing here with the Knight of Coins, you have been very carefully crafting whatever it is that is leading up to this moment, leading up to this part in your journey. Even if your goal wasn't to become a guide, a mentor, a leader, a counselor, or anything like that, like you have still put in the work on yourself, and it has there's so much evidence of you doing the right things, you putting in the work for yourself, you moving forward to this moment. And it is definitely leading to some sort of financial abundance. Because the Queen of Coins, she rules her material world. She is all about the material world. And you're about to see physical manifestations of the work that you have done and the work that you are about to be putting in. With the Five of Wands and the Eight of Swords both reversed, you have moved past, also, honestly, even the Nine of Cups reversed along with it. You have moved past the bullshit. You've moved past trying to prove yourself. You've moved past doing things that hurt yourself, the self-sabotage. You've taken off the blindfold. You're not limiting yourself anymore. You're not holding yourself back anymore. And with the Knight of Wands, this is Aries right here. So, like I said before, Leo, Aries, probably more so Aries, because Aries is the first zodiac sign. They're number one, right? They're like, they're natural born leaders. And the Knight of Wands, he full force like goes into things. He's very charismatic. He's very energetic, a little bit mischievous, but a little bit reckless too. But I don't see you being reckless. I don't see you being careless or anything like that. I see this more as you have the energy. You're going full force into this next part in your life. You're not being restrained anymore. You're just going for it. With the Ace of Cups reversed, I almost feel like this is... I want to say that this is kind of guided towards the kind of individuals or maybe groups of individuals that you will be guiding. People who don't know how to take care of themselves mentally and emotionally. People who have problems with themselves. Maybe self-esteem issues or something like that. I just literally what I'm picturing is like everybody sitting on these little tree stumps in a circle, and like you're talking to them. Like there's one person who's like talking to them, and the people sitting on the little tree stumps, they're kind of like, they're like kids, like preteen almost kind of age. So that might be specific for some of you, but it doesn't have to be. But just people who are kind of more stuck in that adolescent phase of life, or troubled youth, kind of. And with the 3 of coins underneath of it, I feel like this shows just how well you will be able to teach and lead those individuals, because the 2 people in the back, they're the teachers. They're teaching the student here, and they're a little upset at how well he is catching on to it. But I think that also proves just how good of a teachers they are. And so you are going to be very good at this journey, this profession, occupation, whoever you lead, whoever you guide, mentor, in whatever context or setting, you're going to be very good at it, and you're going to have a very positive impact. Beware of building up people's egos. Build up their heart rather than their ego. Okay? Now the 2 of Wands reversed. Literally in my head, I'm thinking, you don't have a choice. You don't really have a choice. Like, no matter what happens, you are going to end up being some type of guide, leader, teacher, whatever, in some sort of way, whether you meant to or not. Like, this is a predestined path for you, even if it's temporary. This is a part of your journey that was always supposed to be here. So let me move this. And I have this Tarot of the Witches deck. This is my first ever tarot deck. This baby right here is about 7 years old. Actually, I think it might be older than that, because I bought it and then I didn't use it for a while because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But it's like 7 or 8 years old. But I'm gonna use this for some clarifiers here, and I want to get more clarity on the 9 of Cups reversed. So let me get some more clarity here on that 9 of Cups reversed. The 5 of Swords reversed. The 5 of Swords reversed. And underneath of that is the 7 of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, of course. Let me get the book, because I don't remember what these like specific. Ooh, I just flipped that card over. Let's see here. So these cards, they only have the upright meanings, but I also read them in reverse. So the upright meaning for the Five of Swords is conquest, destruction, degradation, loss, dishonor, adversaries may arise. So if we're looking at the opposite of that, it would be building, honor, gain. I want to say like reconstruction. Yeah. That literally, okay, yeah, that literally follows what I was saying there. So, like I said before, you're moving past the bullshit. You're moving past the self-sabotage. You're moving past the just the negative thoughts, the negative feelings, the lack of support, and you're rebuilding it. You're literally gaining that back. The Seven of Swords, that's all about like mischief, trickery, but it can also be about cunning and strategy. And I see this more as like you have a strategy here. You have a plan of some sorts. And this plan is working and or will work. So let's get into the Moonology deck and see what messages Spirit has for you, pile one. You're on the right track. You're doing everything right, and everything is going to fall into place. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Oh my God. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. That is so weird. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. I literally had all three of these come out in my reading last night. Literally all three of those in a row. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Let me pull one more out for you. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Don't start that again. At the bottom of the deck, what do you need to release? Waning moon. Underneath of it, take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. Yeah, you're receiving financial abundance. You're receiving a financial reward for this, pile one. But like I said, you might be worried about what the future holds just because of what your past had looked like. You might be worried that you may not be able to go through with this, but luck is on your side. And don't let your past hold you back. You got this. You are more than capable of doing this. And, you might, I just realized, Leo. What did I say? Aries and Leo. There's heavy fire sign energy here, but there's also a mixture of earth sign energy here, especially with that new moon in Taurus. But we also have literally the Seven of Coins, the Nine of Coins, Queen of Coins, Three of Coins. Like, that's earth, soil, trunk, right? The two oracle cards there. You have the foundation. But with this reading, like I said, don't build up people's egos. That includes your own. Okay? Don't get cocky. Don't get reckless. Okay? Make adjustments where they are needed, whether that's with yourself, whether that's with how you guide people, or whether that's with your plan. But either way, things are going to need to change. Like I said, the Knight of Coins, he plans for everything, and even if it doesn't go the way he plans, he has a backup plan. He knows what to do in case something doesn't go the way that he originally planned it to. So you got this. You're okay. This is a part of your path, and it always was. You have a certain I wanted to say like aura, but like it's more than that. You have this certain ability to just understand other people, and you have this ability to just know how to point them in the right direction, regardless of whether or not you have personal experience or not. So yeah, you got this. And I feel like you are really destined to be somebody important, even if it's only in a couple of people's lives. And I mean like important on like a grander scale. So yeah, that will conclude your reading, pile 1. I hope it resonated. I hope it made sense. And if you would like a personal reading, links to my website and my Patreon down below in the description. On my Patreon, I do offer like regular monthly readings. You get to choose whatever readings they are for a fixed reduced price. I also do that with my spell work, or you can get like a combo of readings and spell work done every single month. I do prioritize my patrons. So yeah, there's that. And I will see you in another video. Bye, pile 1. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your rating. You chose 222. So, starting with the Woodland Wardens Oracle deck, we're going to go ahead and see what is going on with you guys. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's see, Spirit, what is going on with pile 2? The porcupine and anemone? Boundaries. Boundaries. Maybe y'all know how to say that word. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hare and Oak, new opportunities. Underneath of that, the Snail and Huckleberry, trust in the invisible. Hope those are in frame. Okay. Right off the bat, the first thing I heard is you're being given a new opportunity to set boundaries, and this new opportunity is being given to you by source, by spirit, by the universe. The invisible, literally the invisible. Before I get into the other oracle deck, let me read the porcupine and an anemone. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, come on. I know you're in here. There we go. Found it. All right. The porcupine, with its impressive quills, is a well-known symbol of self-defense. According to a legend common among tribes, the porcupine got its quills by placing the branches of a hawthorn tree on its back, defending itself against the bear. The trickster spirit of the myth saw the porcupine's cleverness and fashioned it a coat of quills to wear from then on. Just as the porcupine curls into a ball to defend itself from predators, the anemone flower turns inward and down during rainstorms, protecting its delicate petals from damage. Upright, you cannot help others unless you help yourself first. Maintain healthy boundaries around your time and energy, giving generously only once you are sufficiently fed. Let's hit myself in the face there. How can I ensure my needs are met? Have I established healthy boundaries around my time and energy? Okay. So let's now go to, just past it, the hare and oak. Hares are often symbols of fertility and love, associated with the Celtic goddess Astore. I hope I said that right. They represent springtime, a season of birth and abundance. Easter's coming up. Easter or, oh God, what's the... There's Ostara. Ostara is the pagan one. I'm like, Jocelyn, you celebrate these holidays. You should know what they are. A season of birth and abundance. A variety of ancient cultures have linked the oak tree with bravery and vitality. In ancient Greece, the oak was revered as the tree sacred to Zeus. In Norse mythology, it represented the tree of life. And in Celtic and Druidic cultures, the oak was associated with the god Daga. Upright, a celebration of good fortune is in order. If you have been in a caregiving role, this is a reminder that your sacrifices will be repaid. What can I celebrate today? Okay. And then the snail and huckleberry. Here we go. The determined and deliberate snail carries its home on its back. While it may seem like a simple, humble creature, the spiral of its shell pretends great mystery, representing the cycle of life. Like the snail, the huckleberry is sometimes associated with smallness and insignificance. A huckleberry in the late 19th century slang was a person of little consequence. However, it is a powerful fruit that grows plentifully, offering life-sustaining nutrients to both humans and woodland creatures. Together, the snail and huckleberry invite an appreciation for what is beneath the surface and trust in what cannot be seen. Upright, now is a good time to follow your bliss, trusting in invisible supports. With great risk comes great reward. What have I benefited from trusting in subtle clues? How can I look beyond appearances toward deeper meaning? So pile 2, I feel like you are being called. That was over here. I feel like you're being called to really focus in on yourself and what makes you happy, and also nurturing yourself and those that you love. I feel like you are being given the opportunity to take care of yourself and take care of your passions and your hobbies and the things that make you happy. And you might have even been like really burnt out recently. Like, you might have been burnt out going to work, going to school, or like whatever it is. You're just burnt out all the time. And now it's time for you to really focus in on yourself and set those boundaries with other people, saying, listen, I'm really tired. I've had a long day. Maybe we can do this another time. Or taking an extra day off. Okay, don't make it a habit, because that will kind of screw you over in the long term. But taking an extra day off from school or work to just give back to yourself. I feel like I'm talking to like a lot of water signs here, especially Cancer. But water signs are known to just give and give and give and give and be very selfless. And it can really backfire sometimes. It can really bite us in the butt, right? So let's get into the Green Witch's Oracle deck, and let's go a little bit deeper. So playing on this, what else is for pile 2? Roots, healthy patterns, and early growth. At the bottom of the deck, both reversed. Broom, energy clearing and freshening. Underneath of it is snow, rest and contemplation. You are being asked and been given this brand new opportunity to set healthy boundaries, to set these healthy patterns, to build this self-confidence, to clear out what no longer serves you, to clear out what is not making you happy, to clear out and freshen up your energy. Like, literally, you're being called to reset. And how do you reset? You rest. And the contemplation part also sticks out to me there, because the contemplation, it's more of a reflection. You're being asked to kind of retreat, go back into yourself, to rest, to have some solitude there, to really understand, okay, what part in my life where, like, what were parts in my life where I gave too much of myself and it backfired on me? Or I did something to make other people happy even though it made me uncomfortable. Spring cleaning. Because I'm looking at the bunny and I'm thinking of, or like the hair. I'm looking at the hair and I'm looking at the broom, and I just think like literal spring cleaning. You might be called to, this is like a spiritual clean, but it's also a mental, emotional, and physical clean as well. When your physical environment aligns with the energy that you want to bring in, it's a lot easier to bring in that energy. So let's go into, let's go into the tarot now. And let's see. Let's go deeper into this. Okay. So we have the Strength reversed and the King of Wands reversed. We have the Four of Swords reversed and the Ten of Wands reversed. We have the Nine of Coins and the World reversed. And we have the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands both reversed. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress reversed. Underneath of it is the Ten of Coins. And when I split the deck, we had Death reversed. So this is not the first time that Spirit has wanted you to do this. I'm hearing like I wasn't ready. Also, like, this might have either been for me sleeping, because I'm a side sleeper, or my workout yesterday, but like I'm getting like this weird kind of like aching muscle pain in my chest, like right here where my heart chakra is. And it could be from that, but it could also be from maybe some heart wounds that you've been dealing with for a very long time. And these heart wounds may have come from not honoring yourself, not honoring your boundaries, not having the strength to say, no, I can't do that, or I don't want to do that. With the Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands both reversed here, there is this longing of wanting to be free from the stress, from the burdens, and just enjoying your time, enjoying the fruits of your labor without having to give it away or save it for another time. You just want to be able to enjoy life. You want to be able to just take your time and do what you want. But it's felt impossible. It's felt like you're being blocked. And I also see with this Three of Swords here, you may have been under the impression that other people are responsible for your lack of progression. Other people are responsible for the reason you can't seem to enjoy life. You can't seem to say no. And there might be another person in your past that kind of put that into your head, but you have to understand, pile 2, that you are the one saying yes. You are the one feeling pressured, and I hate to say this, but like you're kind of allowing yourself to feel that pressure and go for it and do the things that make you uncomfortable. Now, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It's really easy to blame other people for our suffering, but we can't be blind to our potential role in it. Now, there might be people who in your life are very manipulative, probably emotionally manipulative, and they're making you feel or manipulating you into feeling like you have some sort of obligation to them. Maybe a parent, possibly a mother, but a more maternal energy. I'm getting the sense here. But because I literally heard the phrase like, I raised you. You should be grateful. You should be helping me. And it's like, well, that's your job. You chose to have a kid, and it's like, if you didn't want to raise me, you didn't have to. You didn't have to do that. But you chose to raise me. Those were your basic responsibilities. Why am I being made to feel guilty for that? You know? I forgot what I was saying before that. But I just get this sense that you're probably very timid when it comes to saying no to people. You're very timid because you don't want to come off as selfish. You don't want to come off as ungrateful. You don't want to come off as like a hypocrite. Like, oh, I expect you to help me, but I'm not going to help you. And you're not coming off that way. And anybody who sees you as that, they got their own issues. Because it's not like you don't want to ever help out or be there for people. It's just the fact that you have this habit of putting yourself in situations where they are not in your best interest, they make you uncomfortable, and you don't benefit from it. And I know me saying that is probably like, well, I should only do things that I benefit from. And it sounds like a physical benefit, but sometimes it's a mental or emotional benefit. Like, say, oh, I called into work to help babysit for my friend who is in dire need. And it's like, I don't gain anything from that physically. You know, I lost money because I had to call into work, and I'm losing my time, and I don't get to spend my day how I wanted it to. But the mental and emotional satisfaction is the benefit. I'm helping a friend. And it's like, and you're comfortable with it, you're okay with it, and so that's why you agree to do it. And it's not like you feel obligated to say yes, but you did it because you wanted to and because it makes you feel good. And you know you can go to bed at night knowing that you did something nice for somebody. That's what I mean when it's like you're not doing anything for your own benefit. But you just have this longing of, ooh, hold on. Yeah, okay, hold on. Before I get into this, you have this longing of just wanting to be free from those obligations, because right now you feel very trapped, you feel very stressed, you feel very burnt out, and there's lots of burdens put on you. Excuse me. But another thing about that mother wound, the Empress reversed. The Empress is very motherly. The Empress is very caring and nurturing. She's like the mother, and it's in reversed. So there's definitely a mother wound happening here. And underneath is the Ten of Cups. Wholeness, a happy, functional family life, a safe home environment, feeling like you can express yourself and not be judged for it within your own home. With Death reversed, I almost feel like you've been wanting to kind of start again, and it's been really difficult for you. It's been blocked, possibly more so from your own actions and from your own feeling of obligation, your own guilt. Because when we have these very people-pleasing tendencies, we often feel guilty when we do something for ourselves. Like when we say no to somebody, we feel guilty for it, and it's like, you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel guilty for it. So let me get into my Tarot of the Witches deck. Oops, that was a shitty shuffle. Let me shuffle that again. And I want to get a clarification. I want to clarify that King of Wands reverse there. The Knight of Batons, or the Knight of Wands. The Knight follows orders. The Knight does what he's told. If we're looking at like a traditional royal court lineup, right? It's the king, it's the queen, it's the royal court, and then it's the knights, right? The knights follow orders. You don't want to follow orders anymore. You're done having other people dictate or make you feel like they're dictating what you do with your time. You feel like you don't have say over what you do in your life. At the bottom of the deck, the King of Cups reversed. What's underneath of that? Judgment reversed. There's a serious emotional wound. And you know, when I addressed that problem, like in my heart chakra space, it went away. When you address the wounds that you feel so deeply, because the mental and emotional wounds can manifest physically. And I think that's what's happening here. You have to address, reflect, clear it out. You have to address these problems, or else they will just continue to grow and grow and grow and grow until you literally just explode. And you don't want to explode. You don't want to explode. You don't want to get to that point. So let's go ahead and get into the Moonology deck here. And see what last messages Spirit has for you. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. I can see that with the 9 of Coins. I feel like maybe some of you have been made to feel like your money isn't actually yours. Emotions are running high. Supermoon. Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that for you, pile 2. Also, the number 2 is about union, about things coming together. And 222 is, I've always seen 222 as a very emotional kind of angel number there. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. So we also have Taurus and Libra. Both of those zodiac signs are ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is about love, beauty, art, music, sensuality, sexuality, romance, emotions. Oh, look, a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. At the bottom of the deck, what do you need to release? Waning moon. What's underneath of that? Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. Some of these were actually in pile 1's reading. And I shuffled it twice. Once before I started doing your reading pile 2, and once right then and there. You heard it. You heard the cards. So yeah. Maybe, because I am getting a lot of like water sign energy, but you might also have Taurus or Libra in your chart, or you might have a lot of placements that are ruled by Venus, or maybe Venus is a very significant placement in your chart. Also, the moon might be an you might have a Taurus moon, Libra moon. I'm a Libra moon. You are the only person that you have to live with at the end of the day. Everybody else comes and goes. Nobody else is consistent in your life except for yourself. Do you really want to spend the rest of your life having everything be dictated by other people? It's okay to be selfish sometimes, especially if it's for your benefit, like your greater benefit, and you know it's not intentionally trying to hurt other people. And you don't have to do everything all at once. You don't have to jump into this all just boom, you know? It's okay to take your time. It's okay to let it all out. It's okay to talk to these things to people. I wouldn't suggest, yelling at somebody or just completely going in on them, But this is a very serious wound. This is a very it's a very serious issue that has been curating for a very long time in your life. So take time when it comes to healing it. Take time when it comes to navigating it, and understand that if somebody's mad at you for choosing yourself, especially when it was necessary, don't let them make you feel bad. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You should be your number one priority, unless you have like kids or something, but like you should be extremely high on your priority list. Okay, please take care of yourself. Spirit really wants you to do that, and Spirit helps those who help themselves. Okay, so that will conclude your reading, pile 2. If you would like a personal reading, links to my Patreon and my website are down below in the description. On my Patreon, I offer, I think I have like 3 or 4 tiers. I think it's 4 tiers. I have monthly readings. You can choose any readings you want. I think it's like 2 or 3 readings, or like a combination of such, for a reduced fixed price. I also have spell work, readings and spell work, and yeah. I do prioritize my patrons. So yeah, if you are interested in any of that, links down below in the description. And I will see you in another video. Bye, pile 2. Okay, my brother is cutting the grass. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but sorry if you can. But okay, pile 3. Let's see. You chose 333. So let's start with the Woodland Wardens Oracle deck here. Here are all of the decks that I'm using today. And let's see what is going on with you guys. I feel like I kind of have to hurry up a little bit because my phone's running out of space. The Martin and Foxglove Mischief. At the bottom of the deck, the Wolf and Rosehip Guardianship. That came out in pile 1, actually. Underneath of that, the squirrel and chestnut. Preparation. Okay, pile 3. So let's see here. The martin and foxglove. Here we go. The martin and foxglove represent archetypal trickster, archetypal trickster, the light-hearted mischief maker, the lover of chaos and spontaneity. Martins are a type of weasel known for their curiosity, quick movements, and occasional aggression. Romanian folklore tells of martins playing tricks on horses, braiding their manes in the night so they wake up to a tangled mess of their hair in the morning. And foxgloves are said to be the homes of fairies, another elusive and mischievous creature. For this reason, they are associated with riddles and secrecy. Let me take a break there. I just realized that I didn't have you all breathe in and breathe out, and I'm like rushing a little bit, and the spirit was like, take a breath. So we're gonna take a breath real quick. And out. Get centered. Upright. Pay attention to opportunities Pay attention to opportunities for spontaneity, travel, and playfulness. A bit of light-hearted mischief, so long as it doesn't hurt anyone, can be healthy. It can be healthy. Questions. Do I embrace spontaneity? Can I learn to let go and make room in my life for more adventure? Okay. Now the wolf and rosehip was literally right next to it. Guardianship. The wolf travels in a pack, protecting its family and community. Like the hound, the wolf signifies loyalty and commitment. Relatedly, the rosehip is a source of food, but also a symbol of love, as it is the berry produced by the rose plant. Its combined associations with nourishment and affection make it an emblem of familial love and care. You are being called to be a mentor. Who among your pack might need your counsel? Taking a leadership role in community activism is another way to lead like the wolf. Whom can I mentor? How can I be a leader in my community? And the squirrel and chestnut. Here we go. Preparation. To ensure sustenance through the winter, the squirrel buries its nuts. I'm sorry. The squirrel buries its nuts, hiding them from other squirrels and predators. Chestnuts, small nuts that grow into large productive trees, are symbols of abundance. Together, the squirrel and chestnut remind us that careful preparation will often yield riches. You have prepared well and can expect to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Your resourcefulness and foresight will be rewarded. Am I prepared for the future? Have I been working hard to achieve my goals? Okay. So right off the bat, I feel like you have put in so much work, you have put in so much preparation, literally, and now I almost feel like you're a parent, or like I'm hearing like that fun uncle or aunt, but I feel like you have a lot of younger individuals who look up to you, and that's where that kind of mentor role is coming into play. And I feel like you are being asked not only to experience more play in your life, but also show others that it's okay to have fun sometimes. It's okay to let go and relax and be carefree and just have a good time. Not everything has to be so serious. The number 3 is about creation. sometimes it's fun to just create and have fun. So let's go into the Green Witches Oracle deck. And let's go deeper here, Spirit, for pile 3. Buds, new beginnings, and expansion. At the bottom of the deck, bird, freedom, and opportunity. Underneath of that, mushroom, recycling, and breaking down problems. When we make room for play in our life, when we make room to kind of go back to those childhood roots, there's a sense of liberty. There's a sense of freedom and feeling free and everything that comes along with it. And we're able, 3 is also about expansion. That's another thing. It's about literally expanding out. And so this is so funny. Spirit really wants you to just get back in touch with your inner child and to show others that it's okay to be in touch with your inner child. It's okay to go back to your roots, to explore that childlike curiosity, explore that wonder and the imagination that comes from having fun. Like playing little harmless pranks on people. Like, for example, my dad, sometimes to mess with people, say you have like a plate of food out and you go to the bathroom, he'll take it and like put it in a cupboard or like put it in the fridge, put it in the microwave. When you come out, you're like, where's my food? And he's like, you didn't have any food. What are you talking about? You know? It's harmless, right? Harmless, fun, harmless little pranks like that. Like, that's what Spirit is kind of talking about. And breaking down problems, that right there really sticks out to me, because sometimes kids have this very like interesting mind. I'm sorry if you can hear that music in the background. Maybe you can't, but my grandma's cooking, so she likes to cook with music. But kids have a very interesting way of looking at the world, and they think of the world in a very strange light. And sometimes they think of things that you're just like, where did that even come from? And they can break down problems in a very unique and creative kind of way. And so I feel like the main theme here for you, pile 3, is getting back in touch with your inner child and that like mischievous, like playful kind of light. We're getting into the tarot here. Wow. Okay. So we have the Page of Cups reversed, followed by the Fool. We have the Empress, followed by the 5 of Coins reversed. We have the 4 of Coins, followed by the 9 of Coins reversed. And we also have the 2 of Coins reversed, followed by the Ace of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Coins reversed, followed by the Ten of Cups reversed. And when I split the deck, we have the Four of Cups reversed. Oh, yeah. You're not going into this blindly. The Fool, new beginnings. New beginnings. There's a start here. You've been preparing. You're not blindly going into it. You're not just not paying attention to what you're doing or where you're going. You've been preparing to start again. You've been preparing to enter this new part in your life where life just feels more colorful. And with the Empress here, we have the 3, creation. She's the mother. She creates. Do you see the connection here? There's a creation happening here. And with the 5 of Coins reversed, there might be some type of I was gonna say there might be some type of financial reward, financial abundance, something with your finances tied to it. But I also feel like this is paying off debts, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean financial debts. I feel like this might be more of paying off the time lost. Just all of the hard work that has been put into preparing for all of this. And that's where the 4 of Coins comes in. You've been gathering and almost kind of hoarding things. It could be mental, emotional, physical, financial. You've just been gathering and gathering and gathering, making sure that when this time comes, it'll be less stressful and you can kind of take some of the stress off of yourself. Because when you kind of let go a little bit, it can be stressful even after a period of where you've been so serious and so set on what has been going on. And you don't want to, you're not used to it anymore. When we become an adult, we kind of lose that childlike energy. And you've been wanting to get it back. You understand the importance that that type of energy has in one's life. With the 9 of Coins reversed, and I'm also looking here at the 2 of Coins reversed, you've noticed where being too serious and being too, I want to say adult-like. I'm not saying you should be immature. This isn't about going back to immaturity. This is finding how to balance work and play. And you've been in this state of just working too much. And you've seen how it has taken away from your life. You have seen how it's caused problems for you there. And you're ready to fill up your cup again. Quite literally, you're ready to, what's the word? You're ready to, what's the word? I don't know what the word is. You're just ready to pour into yourself again. The page of Coins followed by the 10 of Cups here. I think again, this is another confirmation of this isn't about immaturity. This isn't about selfishness. This isn't about you saying, well, fuck everybody else, I'm gonna go have fun and not care about other people's feelings. This is about you just coming back together with your inner child and exploring that part of yourself again, and also being able to show others that you can do that. And if you can hold on to that throughout your life, that's even better. You don't want to lose that part of yourself. The Four of Cups reversed, you've lost a good part of that imagination, of that wonder, of that kind of daydreaming mentality or like energy. And you just want it back. You just want it back. I just want to make sure I'm still recording there because I am running out of space on my phone. And I don't want it to cut off. So let me get into the Tarot of the Witches deck and get some clarifiers here. Because I kind of want that Page of Coins reversed clarified just a little bit. Okay, Spirit, can you please clarify Page of Coins reversed? The Five of Wands. It created issues. In this deck, it's the Five of Batons, but the Five of Wands, it's created so many obstacles, so many issues, petty ass arguments, like the building of just not what do I want to say here? How do I want to say this? It's just created so many problems for you, Pile 3. What's underneath of that? The Valet of Swords, aka the Page of Swords reversed. It almost caused you to just kind of retreat, to not express that side of yourself, to not indulge in that side of yourself. You just kind of, you held a lot of things in. The Queen of Swords reversed underneath of that. You also probably weren't making the best decisions because you were tired, you were irritated, you were a little irritable. I get the sense that you, like, in your core nature are a very playful person, and so not being able to express that, oh, I feel like it makes you angry almost. You're just like, I just want, like, God, why does everybody have to be so freaking serious all the time? You know? I feel like that's kind of where you're at here. It almost gives me like Sagittarius energy. Sagittariuses, from my experience, are very like laid back. They don't really take much seriously. They're a little mischievous. They're pretty playful, but they're very adventurous and very out there. So, what messages does Spirit have? Wow, this has come out for all three piles. All three of y'all got something in common. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Because you've experienced these limitations, don't let the resentment build. Let go of that resentment and just get back in touch to what you are missing, which is that inner child. Get back in touch with your inner child. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. This is all going to end soon. This tenseness, this just irritability, this is going to end soon. This is going to reach a conclusion and the tension will release. Ooh, keep burping. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. So, that's interesting. Here, let me pull some others. You and your loved ones are safe. new moon in Cancer. Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. At the bottom of the deck, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon, underneath of that, communication is key, new moon in Gemini. Okay. You understand that nothing in this life is really really guaranteed. You know that nothing is set in stone for the most part, except for what is destined by spirit. But you know that no matter how much work you put in, no matter how serious you are, nothing is guaranteed. So why spend all your time being so serious, being so focused on the problems? And like, why not just take that time why not take some time to go out and have fun, to do something that you like? You know, maybe that's going to a park and finger painting. Maybe that's I don't know, going to a what are they called, like little playgrounds, or like where they had the bumper cars, you know, like just going there and playing with some bumper cars, or going to like an arcade and doing some skee ball or something, you know, like just doing something fun and relaxing that's not so serious and wrapped up in the quote-unquote real world. Also, I have the feeling with the Empress and the Ten of Cups reversed here, it has something to do with your family. It really does. And you might be afraid that you choosing to kind of take a step back and do this might throw off your family. It might be detrimental to your family. And Spirit's saying no. In fact, this is going to help. And Spirit is asking you to do this, so Spirit will take care of it for you, right? And if you are having trouble, you know, breaking down the problems, meditate and contemplate. Literally, sit and try to figure out what the very, very next steps are. Like I told this to Pile too, you don't have to do everything all at once. You don't have to make all of the changes all at once, right? And you have this preparation, you have these plans, you have all of your resources, but maybe you don't know what to do. Maybe you don't know how to apply them. Maybe you don't know how to, or what the next step should be. So maybe ask your inner child, or maybe ask Spirit, or both. With your commitment is being tested, followed by communication is key. And we also, I would like to mention, we have 3 new moons here. And new moons are all about starting again, new beginnings. There's a new beginning happening here. But your commitment is being tested. Maybe you have already made the decision to start incorporating things that are more aligned with your inner child. And now Spirit is like, okay, how serious are you about that? And with it being followed by communication is key, new moon in Gemini, I'm looking back at that meditate and contemplate. Communicate with spirit, communicate with your inner child, communicate with your loved ones. Talk about it. You don't have to hold it in. Just talk about it. And you don't even have to be doing these fun things alone. You can be doing them with your family. And when you do these things for yourself, again, you show those around you, especially anybody who is younger, you're showing them that it's okay to have fun. I feel like we live in this world where it's just all work and no play. If you want to go out and play, you want to go out and relax, that's selfish. You know, if you have time to relax, you have time to work. If you have time to play, you have time to work. And it's like, no, we need a balance, or else we will completely lose ourselves and we will get completely stressed out. Understand that this isn't just for you. This is also for your family. Especially if you have any kids or nieces and nephews, or maybe you're a teacher or something. There's definitely some youth who looks up to you, whether you know they do or not. And they don't have to be like little kids. They can just be people who are younger than you. They can be adults too. But you are setting an example. But don't let that put too much pressure on you. Okay? Don't feel like you have to be a certain way. Okay? Or have to do things in a certain way. Just do it how you feel called to. So yeah. Okay. Well, that will conclude your reading, pile 3. I hope that made sense. It was a little all over the place. But yeah. Links to my Patreon and my website are down below in the description. I offer monthly tarot readings of your choice. It's like multiple tarot readings that you can choose for a reduced fixed price. I also do that with my basic spell work, and then I have 2 other tiers. There's 4 tiers in general. I also have 2 other tiers where one is advanced spell work, and then I have a combination of tarot and spell work that you can choose, and they're all reduced fixed prices. And I do prioritize my patrons. So, yeah. But yeah, links to all of that will be down below in the description. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye, Pile 3.